The Wally Show podcast is our daily radio show heard live through the Way FM app each morning and hosted by Wally, Gavin, and me, Betty Rock. For more fun, be sure to connect with us at wayfm.com/Wally.
The Wally Show podcast is brought to you by Colorado Christian University Online, where you can earn a degree online just like Betty Rock. You can learn more at ccu.edu/Wally.
This is how I became the most interesting person in the room.
So pay attention. It's news-ish on The Wally Show.
One Utah man is taking drastic measures when it comes to creating a healthier version of himself. Typically, when we want to make a healthier version of ourselves, we make a New Year's resolution and try to stick with it. But I guess that hasn't worked for him. His name is Skip Boyce, and he's 49 years old, and he's doing what he calls the isolation year. So what that means is he's locking himself into a certain room of his, I guess he's a contractor, so he built like a shed type situation.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's on the same property as his home where his daughter and his wife live. But it's got its own bathroom, its own gym, all these things.
He just wants his own place.
I mean, you may not be wrong, but he's claiming what he needs to do is isolate himself into this shed type thing that he built for a whole year, 365 days. And he's going to live stream it. The reason for live streaming on TikTok is to keep accountability so that he can't step out of this. And he said his purpose, of course, is to create a healthier version of himself. What that looks like is reestablishing discipline, rebuilding habits around health, focus, and accountability. He won't be drinking anything like bad, like alcohol. He'll only be eating healthy foods. And also he's got a virtual health manager,
coach or something.
Yes, that he's already 3 weeks in, and he said that he's seen a huge difference.
This is an interesting thing. If you want to change so much, but you lack what it is to actually make that change, and then going to these desperate measures, okay, fine. It's actually a little sad. I don't feel like it's healthy to swing to that extreme, because then you're like, well, wait, you have a job. How do you take care of your family? What this feels like to me on the surface is a guy who came up with an idea to do something that would go viral, and he's going to make his living doing this and being alone, but like you're actually, if you're truly staying by yourself, you're cheating your daughter out of a year of life with you.
Well, and your wife is set to have to deal with the responsibilities of a household.
It feels very selfish to me on the surface. And I'm sure that if his life was so out of control, like his wife would probably be like, he needs this, I support it, I need to get him healthy. It doesn't feel like he's like this raging, or at least he didn't say, I'm a raging alcoholic, I need to, get away from this. It's my only way. I'm a drug addict. Like, that would all make sense to me. What do you do with drug addicts and alcoholics? You send them to a rehab to get them away from all of the distractions and temptations. Like, I get it on the surface.
Yeah, but we could learn something from it. I mean, psychologists are saying that what Skip is doing is not something they would recommend
Okay,
at
good.
all.
I'm not crazy.
But I think we could learn something from it in the fact that if it does work for him, it could open avenues for other people that might be in a situation where they can't afford to go to a rehabilitation situation. I don't know.
Yeah. I think for me, the lesson I take away from this is moderation. Like, I've always said life on the extremes, and I'm a person that lives kind of on extremes. I don't hover in the middle too much, and it's not easy all the time. It can be challenging.
Let me tell you.
For those around me. And so, like, for me, I've always said those extremes, whether it's religious, whether it's political, whether it's healthy, mental, all of that, those extremes are the difficult places to be and not the healthiest places. So for me, my takeaway on this is the takeaway is like, okay, look at this and then go, how could I do something similar with moderation that would be healthy for me to make these changes without having to be so drastic? Because I don't know that that's the answer either.
We'll see at the end of the year if Skip is still
I don't
going
think
strong.
he makes it. I think he makes it 3 months, and then when the notoriety of the internet falls away, Holmes is coming out of that house.
See.
Yeah, we'll see. Uplifting Way FM, this is The Wally Show. We're going to do a little My Theory Is, where we give you a little bit of information and you formulate a theory as to what you think is happening. Now, Gavin has a little bit of audio of these girls. Here, I'll play you the audio. And these young girls are laughing. Very cute.
Yes, it's adorable.
Very
Sounds
cute.
like a Bluey episode.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And so we don't want to give out too much information about this, but it is girls laughing that Gavin actually gathered from his phone. It's not like he got this off the internet or anything like that. He was actually present for what was happening.
I was.
Okay, so with that being said, that's all the information you get. Why are these girls laughing while Gavin is there? Why are they laughing? That's it.
This is opening the door up for a lot of possibilities.
And I can tell you the conclusion of this is adorable and extremely funny. But we don't want to tell you that yet until we hear your theory as to why. So 855-33-WAY-FM. Get your best explanation as to why these girls are laughing while Gavin is videotaping. 855-33-WAY-FM. If you want to help us out with a little My Theory Is. Why do you think these girls are laughing?
I think they gave him a makeover and they are just so proud of their masterpiece.
Oh,
That's
a
a
cute.
great explanation.
And it would be something to laugh at because, I mean, he's got a big red beard.
Yeah.
So that would be funny to see like glitter eyeshadow on and lipstick.
And this kid, no stranger to nail polish. Remember?
That's true.
Remember?
There's no reason to talk about that.
No, there is
Today,
a reason.
There's no reason.
It supports her theory, Gavin.
Yes, this man here painted his own nails,
Yeah.
no little girls included,
Yeah.
and he did it to bring good luck on his sports team.
Yeah, that one had a decent reason. I will say that this is not the reason that they were laughing, but these two girls, they're my friend's daughters, have given me a makeover in the past before.
Oh, really? Okay.
So,
See, she was right. She was right. Well, you're going to want to hang out for like 10 minutes when we reveal the actual reason why they were laughing. It made me laugh really hard, too. So we'll do that in 10 here on The Wally Show. Uplifting Way FM, this is The Wally Show, and I hope you feel as blessed as I do right now to be here in this moment because we've been playing My Theory Is, where we're asking you to speculate as to what is going on with this audio that's happening right here. So that is audio that Gavin got. He didn't get it off the internet. It's actually something he videotaped. And the story of what is going on, we had people guess that you were given a makeover, and that was not what happened. So, Gavin, please explain to us now the actual story of what happened to make these little girls laugh.
So, a few friends of mine and I were going down to the river just to jump in, do something funny with that.
Cold plunge.
Cold plunge.
Yeah.
I asked, and my friend brought his two daughters down with.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, can one of you guys film us doing this just so I can prove to my wife how tough I am, blah, 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 blah. But to get in the river, I'm a man.
Yeah.
Take my shirt off.
Yeah.
Put it on a tree branch, and as soon as they film, they are laughing at me taking my shirt off.
I think it's one thing if Betty and I laugh at you, like that stings a little. When you're like just unprovoked, all of a sudden, these little girls are laughing at you.
Like, and that I was the third one that like my two buddies had already done it.
They're not a peep out
and
of them.
They're in shape and all that. And so as soon as I take my shirt off and hear these girls laughing, and you could say, oh, like parents shouldn't let their kids laugh at other people and the way that they look.
Yeah.
But I actually am proud of the way that my friend parents his daughters, not to be bullies like they are being to be.
Got bullied by 8-year-olds.
Yeah.
I mean, that checks out.
It's still true.
Yeah.
But there is some value in knowing that it's okay that you can mess with your friends.
You have a level of friendship where his kids can even make fun of you.
Yeah.
Like I have that with some of my friends too. Like their kids can give me guff and it's not a big deal. But I'm not going to lie. I had to imagine in that moment while you laughed as he got into the thing. Are you crying because it's so cold? Yeah. I think to survive, we compartmentalize our lives. Everything has a box, and we kind of put things in there. You know, you've got school, or you've got work, or you've got church. But the reality is, our faith colors everything that we do. That's one of the things I really liked when I was teaching at Colorado Christian University. Faith had to be integrated into the business classes, or whatever the class was. It was a fundamental part of the education as a whole. And I think that's how we change the world.
When I was going to CCU as a student, I was thinking, how are they going to incorporate the Bible into math? And somehow they made it happen. All CCU online courses are designed for busy adults. And most courses, they're only 5 weeks long. So you can take one class at a time and still have time to enjoy your life.
I know I wrote papers at a campground one time, so it wasn't crazy once you get the system down. So that's why if you want to continue your education, both Betty and I highly recommend Colorado Christian University.
It's never too late to pursue your passion. Take the first step today and visit online.ccu.edu. CCU is a nonprofit impact partner.
Uplifting Way FM, this is The Wally Show, and I'm not sure if you heard about this yet or not, because it wraps up on Thursday. We're in our pre-support drive Chase Challenge. Chase is a guy that believes in the ministry of Way FM, loves it for him and his family and his daughters, and it was like, hey, I'm going to put up $20,000 as a challenge to anyone else that's listening right now to join me, and they don't have to put up $20,000, but if we get enough people doing that $20 a month or that single gift of $250, we will match that generosity from Chase, and it will turn into $40,000 before we even get to support drive. That's a big stinking deal. And the good news in all of this, Lady Rock, is how many slots are left to turn that 20 to 40?
Yeah, we're now down to 75 slots
available.
Let's
Let's go, guys.
You can take up one of those in this Chase Challenge by doing a $20 monthly gift or a single gift of $250, whatever that looks like for you. You texting the word GIVE, G-I-V-E, to 91979 will send me a text letting you know you're interested. I'm going to send you back a text. You click on that link that I send you, and it'll take you straight to where you can give your monthly gift or single gift for this Chase Challenge before time runs out. That's texting the word GIVE to 91979.
And I was asking Chase, too, I'm like, what would you say to someone that's listening right now to inspire them to join you and take up this challenge?
I've always been a team person, and I believe our strength comes in coming together. Come and join the team. Be a part of this process and seeing the gospel spread and seeing more people blessed and becoming a part of this family, because it really is the best ROI you're ever going to get.
Yeah, see, he's a financial guy, so ROI makes sense. It's like, yeah, that's a return on investment. What you invest pays dividends in people's lives here. So, and sometimes it's your people that it helps. Sometimes it's you, and sometimes it's other people. So thank you so much for getting involved.
Yeah, I want to thank some people who have gotten involved and invested. Charles from Fort Myers did $250.
Thank you,
Picked up a
sir.
spot. Andrew, Above and Beyond, went $350.
Nice.
And then Betty, not
our Betty. No.
But she's in West Palm. She gave for the first time $250. She said she's been listening for years. Daughter grew up listening to Wally.
Oh, wow.
Now she's 32, has not stopped listening, seen the impact. She said, I wish I'd gotten involved a long time ago. But she got involved today.
That's all that matters. Yeah, okay, so maybe you've been listening for a while and haven't gotten involved. That's okay. Today could be your moment, because you could be one of our final 75 spots to take $20,000, much needed, and turn it into 40 before we even kick off on Friday. But this ends Thursday. So we want to make sure that we honor Chase's generosity, and you can help out if you'd like. $20 a month, single gift of $250 takes up one of those spots. $1,000 gift like Denise did earlier, that would take up 4 of those spots. So however you want to get involved, you can play a role in this right now. And just thank you for what you do for your Way FM. Text GIVE, G-I-V-E, to 91979 if you want to help out with the Chase Challenge now.
We're not saying he's the best man for the job.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
But he's a man doing his best at the job.
And I never have.
It's News-ish with Wally on The Wally Show.
So the Super Bowl halftime show has always been a discussion around it. You know, some people are thrilled and others not so much. And this year the choice confused a lot of people when they announced that a Puerto Rican-American artist, Bad Bunny, who only sings in Spanish, would perform. And a lot of people felt, well, I'm going to be a little left out of this, and I'm sure it'll be an energetic show. I don't know that I'll watch it, because I don't love that genre of music as well. So there's not a whole lot in it for me. But I think that was the reason that there were some alternate halftime show ideas popping up this year, like Charlie Kirk's Turning Point USA is moving forward with their show, and they just announced Kid Rock as the headliner for that one. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely
that doesn't surprise me.
Right wing, and they are billing this as a show that will celebrate American faith, family, and freedom. And they also have a few country artists lined up to perform as well. But I think they should have gotten Brandon Lake and Jelly Roll. Both of them just won Grammys. They're both very powerful. Their song kills it. And I think if you look at TPUSA's slogan, like American faith is kind of missing in this lineup with, Kid Rock. It'll be a fun show. But man, especially when you hear Jelly Roll talk about his faith. This was his acceptance speech at the Grammys the other night.
I had was a Bible this big and a radio the same size and a 6x8 foot cell. And I believe that those two things could change my life. I believe that music had the power to change my life and God had the power to change my life. And I want to tell y'all right now, Jesus is for everybody. Jesus is Jesus, and anybody can have a relationship with him. I love you, Lord.
He brought it. Wow. That was church, y'all.
Woo.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's impressive. And I mean, they're doing country artists anyway. So why not? And then Brandon Lake obviously is just stellar, and the two of them are great together. A lot of Christians were excited when Forrest Frank floated the idea of doing an alternative Christian halftime show this year. Then Corey Asbury got involved, and it looked like it might actually be a thing. But I said from the beginning, the major problem is where do you put it? TBN, no. CBN, no. PureFlix, no one would see it. But you'd have to do like a live event on Netflix or Prime or Apple, but that's going to take a ton of time to get that deal in place.
You don't think TikTok could do it either? Like if you live streamed it on TikTok?
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, you could do it on TikTok. You could do it on YouTube. That would be another venue. But for whatever reason, it did not come together this year. Corey Asbury said that the proposed alternative show with Forrest is being paused or canceled and won't happen this year. The idea developed into something else, which is kind of a bummer. I mean, it probably just developed into a tour that they're going to do.
Yeah, you're right.
It's much easier. Let's just go on tour. Because doing this other thing would be hard, and a lot of money is going to have to be put up front to do it and stuff. Unless you just did it down and dirty and you got your friends together and you found a venue and, like you said, TikTok live it or YouTube it, that'd be interesting. So hopefully maybe this at least got the ball rolling down that field enough that maybe next year we'll see an alternative Christian halftime show, which if done right could be a really cool thing.
We are all witnesses. Testify. Only God can do it.
Uplifting Way FM. This is the Wally Show. We're going to do a little thing that we haven't done before. We're going to call it Testimony Tuesday, okay? But here's the deal. You get to share, your testimony, how you came to faith or what your life looks like now as compared to what it was. But you get 5 words to complete a sentence with it, okay? So I can show you. I'll give you a little demonstration of how it could look. Demon settled, living in grace. Okay.
Oh.
So for me, I had some, some addiction stuff and some, some rabbit trails and some demons I had to quell.
Yeah.
I got most of them.
A couple of the other ones are a little dodgy.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Quick. You got to be quick.
But that's the living in grace thing.
That's
because I'm not perfect. I didn't get it all worked out. Like I got my addictions worked out, but then I still have issues with other things like resentment or unforgiveness or anger or whatever, So I'm living in that grace, trying to be better every day, So that's mine. That's my 5.
Thank you for being so honest and open with your feelings.
Yeah, I don't like it. Feels icky.
Well, maybe that's why you need some other people to step up and share theirs.
Exactly. And I can't ask you to do something I'm not willing to do.
Amen.
Yeah. Betty's is a little shorter. She just uses 2 words. Hers is perfection personified. So
it's like you took the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah. So 5-word sentence. It's Testimony Tuesday. What would yours be if you had to put it your faith transformation? If you had to put it into just 5 words in a little, choppy sentence there, what would it be? 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. I think when you do it, the reason we have you do it in 5 words like this is it forces you to focus it, and it gives you a talking point later on, too, when you're sharing your faith with people. It helps you better communicate who you were and who you are now. 855-33-WAY-FM. We'll take yours right now. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. What would your 5-word Testimony Tuesday be?
So my 5 words are God is always waiting there. I feel like no matter where I am in my life and no matter how hard, the demons get in and try to push God away, he's always waiting there. And, I think about how easy it is to push friends away or push family away when they make us mad. And God, no matter how mad we make him, he always is there for us.
We use this term a lot inside of our faith. We said, I found God. I found God. I went looking, and I searched high and low, and I found God. The reality about this is, and you've really landed on it, is you just have to look left or right. It's not like this massive search, or sometimes right in front of you.
Right.
Or, because he's never far away. He's right there. It's not till we realize that he's been there the whole time that we can truly understand the depth of his love.
Absolutely. Amen to that.
It's funny because when you said he's always right there, it reminded me of that old school Richard Marx song. And I know it's not a Christian song, but this song actually, when you filter it through a faith perspective, actually feels like a Christian song. And it describes exactly what we're talking about.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you. Whatever it takes, or how my heart breaks, I will be right here waiting for you.
So what would your 5-word Testimony Tuesday be?
Older child and prodigal returned.
Oh, that's you, huh? I get it. I was a middle child, but no stranger to the prodigal life.
Yeah, so I feel like I've known what it is to be on both sides. I was single and pursuing the Lord and for many, many years, and then got really upset that I wasn't married and having kids. I'm now in my 40s. And I feel like there was a period of time where I just said, I'm done. I'm going to do my own thing. Obviously, that didn't work well, and the Lord called me back. So I've been on both sides of the prodigal story. So
did you eventually find love or no?
Nope, still single in my early 40s now, so I can relate, Betty, to just some of the things that you say sometimes. It's hard to be single and when you have a desire to be married and to have a family, but I've learned that the Lord is good and that his ways are better than mine, and to submit to his plan. It's better.
Ooh, easier said than done.
Yeah, that's
for sure.
Betty has good days with that and bad days with that. Like all
Me
of
too.
us. Yeah, exactly.
Me too. And again, it's been interesting to be on both sides of that prodigal story and trying to go off on my own and say, I'm done with you, God, and just getting really depressed and knowing that this is not right.
It is funny you mentioned that because I know what it's like to run from God too, and then you hit this depression and you're like,
yeah.
Why am I so depressed? It's like, well, because the only good thing you had in your life, you cut out of it because
Correct.
You wanted to do things your way. And then when you come back, even though it's not perfect, your life and your problems can still be there. You can still find peace and hope inside of being in your faith.
And he welcomes you back, open arms. And it's just amazing and so humbling.
He put on his big boy pants for this today.
Gavin doesn't cry.
It's news-ish.
Gavin, you ready for some love?
On The Wally Show.
Luxury is a double-edged sword. When you have it in any form, it makes life amazing, but when it's taken away from you, it's hard to survive without that goodness that you've tasted.
Dude, simply, snowstorm, lose power. Lose power for a couple days. You're like, what do I do? I'm like a Neanderthal all of a sudden. Mm-hmm. I know people around us still don't have power 8 days later or whatever.
And you're pointing out something that I think is important, is that luxury is kind of subjective at the same time, because you're right, power is something we take for granted here, and for other people it is a massive luxury. So I'm going to go through, people have been having this conversation about luxuries that they just cannot give up at this point once they've had them. And I will say I'm ruling out butlers and yachts and
I wouldn't
private jets.
I'm working towards it.
I know you are. So I'll go through the first one. Was having your own place and not needing roommates to afford living
Betty
somewhere.
Lou.
Okay.
Do you miss roommates at all?
To some degree, yeah, because it can get lonely when you're living
Sure.
by yourself. But there are negative things when it comes to having a roommate, because then you got to deal with how they clean and how they organize.
You basically got to treat yourself when you live alone like a homeschool kid, okay? So you're at home, but you got to have outside things to go do and be a friend, be part of groups and things like that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just, you're a homebody, and you have a whole circle of friends that you do. But I'm glad you live by yourself, because every year like when your lease would come up and then people were moving and stuff, you were always so stressed for 3 months prior to that.
Yes, because you have to figure out what you're doing.
Yeah,
and your life is stuck on their decisions.
Absolutely. So when you moved in, it made my life easier too. So I'm really helpful because I have to walk through your stuff with you.
The next one was hiring movers.
Yes.
I've done 2 moves total now where we've rented the U-Haul, done everything ourselves. But I grew up an Air Force kid, and the Air Force is awesome. They pay for every move. There's no way. There was no way we could have moved across the country without a couple trucks to do it for us.
Your friend group will tell you when it's time to hire movers because there's a point in your 20s, everybody's into it, and you've moved your friends, they've moved you, but you're pretty much even at a certain point. So like in your late 30s, your 40s, you should not be calling friends anymore to help you move because your friends are like, my sciatica.
I've said that before. The last one was, and I don't even think you experienced this luxury, it's keeping your house at the comfortable temperature you want it at.
No, and I should. I mean, I work hard to afford AC and heat, and my wife does not think so. My wife, she just keeps it at a temperature where I've gone to my garage or outside to be warmer. In
terrifying.
The winter. Yeah, because it's so cold in our house, and I don't know why she does that. I'm like, honey, we have the luxury of being able to control our environment around us. Like even on the space station, they have heat. They don't have to live in the cold darkness of space. Neither do we.
You're so dramatic.
I am a little dramatic. Yeah, that's my spiritual gift is drama. Uplifting Way FM, this is The Wally Show, and I, by nature, am kind of a competitive person. I will turn the simplest thing into a competition because it makes it more fun, and it makes me feel better about myself when I win.
Now, see, that right there says a whole lot. I started playing Words with Friends. It's a game, an app that you download on your phone, and it's meant for fun. It's kind of like Scrabble, and so you take your turn on your phone, then that person that you're playing gets a notification on their phone saying, hey, they played against you, and you go back and forth. And I had mentioned it in passing here with Gavin and Wally, and they were like, oh, let's play. So they download the app, and it quickly turned into a hating on Betty Rock situation and pointing out how dumb and stupid I am for the words that I play. And then you looking at the score and then getting angry when I don't play you quick enough.
Yeah.
You both took the fun out of the whole situation.
What should we have done? What would have been better?
Just been like, oh, you played. Okay, let me look at it. Oh, this is so much fun. Here's my little turn.
Why are we even keeping score? If it's just about the fun and the camaraderie, we shouldn't have score. They should have an option to turn off the score so you could just see who knows words. You know?
No, that's not. I'm having a ton of fun. Winning 294 to 150.
Oh,
right
wow.
Now, just to clarify.
She won't play on me anymore. I haven't seen her play in a day. I used to play with my wife, Words with Friends, and I deleted the app because my wife beat me so badly.
So you get it.
I get it. I never won a single game with her.
And it's not about winning. It's about having fun and creating memories. But instead, I'm getting backhanded by all of these terrible things y'all are saying about me.
Well, that's just what guys do, though. We're just treating you like the guys.
Stop
I'm
it.
228 to 145.
It doesn't matter.
Nice. But that's what guys do. They talk smack. They give each other a hard time. And so we're trying to not be pander to you as a lady and just be like, oh, we should just be sweet.
Pander to me.
Okay. I just never know when we're supposed to. It's a moving target. All right, so let's talk about this. So Betty Rock has 2 bad people who usurp her fun. I'm going to use that in my next game because I've got a U. And so, she claims that we have taken all the fun out of it. Do you have that competitive person in your life, and what is the time where they took the fun out of something? Okay, 855-33-WAY-FM. Love your thoughts on this. Love your stories. You'll have a friend in Betty for sure, and then maybe Gavin and I can explain why your person did this. So 855-33-WAY-FM. If you got a friend that took the fun out of something, we'll take it now. Uplifting Way FM, this is The Wally Show. And on the show, if you were to rank competitive at a 10, least competitive at a 1. I would come in at a 10. Gavin would come in at probably an 8. 8.5, and Betty would come in at a 0
Negative
or a 1.
1.
Yeah,
wow.
she's not competitive. And we found this out, she wanted to play Words with Friends with us, and she thought it would just be fun. The problem is you keep score. And then that instantly sent me and Gavin into that realm of competition and whooping her.
Yeah, and bad-mouthing me.
Yeah, that's what you do.
That's what it's
just a game.
It's friendly.
It's life.
It's rude.
It's an illustration of how you succeed or not succeed in this world.
We're having this conversation on our Facebook page. Just search Wally Show and you can see what other people are saying about competition. Anna, she said that she accidentally gave her college roommate a concussion while trying to win at sumo wrestling.
Nice.
Good for her. You go all in, man. Yeah.
No, that's terrible.
Concussions are rough.
And then Margaret, she said in college we were playing Wii bowling, and when one of my friends stepped out, we messed with his controllers.
Nice.
To turn it into, every time he rolled the ball, it would go into the gutter. He came back and snatched our controllers away like a 5-year-old and ended the game. He threw a tantrum.
Genius.
I used to play. We would play Nintendo football back when it was like 8-bit back in the day with my brother-in-law when we were both in college, and it got so competitive that controllers were broken and doors off of entertainment centers were smashed.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it was so super competitive, and it wasn't just me. So.
That just doesn't sound like fun at all. It just sounds like a fight, and I'd just rather not play at all.
Well, speaking of not playing, you still have to play Words with Friends with me. I'm waiting.
Well, you can keep waiting because I ain't going to do
on,
it. No!
Betty.
You can only blame
Finish
yourself.
what you started.
After you called me a loser?
Whoa.
No, I didn't call you that. I spelled it. And you just took it personal.
You want me on that wall. You need me on that wall.
Uplifting Way FM. This is the Wally Show, and the prayer wall is something we started a long time ago, and we've seen it grow and change a little bit, and it's really cool because it's a place where you can go and put a prayer request. Like maybe you don't have a small group or a group of people that you have praying for you. You can post whatever you want. You can be anonymous if you like, and have people pray for you. And again, the coolest part of the prayer wall is when you do that, you can click a box that says, I'd like to be notified. So when somebody else prays, they click their box that says, let them know. And all of a sudden, you'll get a notification that somebody has just prayed for you. So because we always say it all the time, I'll pray for you, I'll pray for you. Then you're like, did you? I don't know. Mm-hmm. And so when you get that confirmation that somebody just prayed for you, that's really a cool part of this. That's my favorite part of the prayer wall, to be honest with you.
So here's an example of the type of prayer requests that you can find on the prayer wall. We've got someone anonymously who posted, please pray for me and my wife. We've been separated for almost a year.
Oh, wow.
Please pray that if it's God's will that our marriage will be restored and made new. And also please pray that our daughters would be comforted and see his hand through these difficult times. So this is someone that is walking through something that you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy. I've heard a lot of people say that divorce is extremely hard on you. And not only you, but your family as well, your kids as well.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't know where to turn, and you pray, God change their heart. But I think you also actually have to pray too inside of this because, these things don't ever happen all one-sided, like God change me too. Pray for my heart and how I choose to interact and how I treat this person and how I conduct myself. And if you do that, then you might see their heart change a little bit too. And so I love that this person has the ability and then also is comfortable enough posting this stuff. It's the real life stuff. That's what you get here at Way FM, and you can be a part of it. You can pray for people. You can ask for prayer from people. And so all I ask is if you're going to make a prayer request, take a minute and find somebody else to pray for while you're there. That's the only cost. Cost you a prayer.
So text the word pray, P-R-A-Y, to 91979, and I will send you a link that will take you straight to the prayer wall so you can pray for maybe this request or many others you can choose from or post one yourself. That's texting the word pray to 91979.
Attention, please.
Uplifting Way FM. Celebrities are just like you and me. Except for the mansions, tigers, and sequins. It's the Rock Report with Betty Rock.
Savannah Guthrie, you may not know that name, but she is a co-host of the Today Show. She also hosts a lot of like the Thanksgiving Day parades, things like that. And recently, her 84-year-old mother, Nancy Guthrie, went missing. She lives in Tucson, Arizona. I said 84. She went missing and police are involved and they don't really know what happened, which is so scary and so sad. So Savannah Guthrie has stepped away from her duties on TV to try and help with finding her mother at 84. And the police have gotten involved. They said that they have suspicions that she was taken.
That's what I had heard too.
Like how the home was left made them think, because she has at 84, she does deal with some
like dementia or
dementia,
stuff?
But they said that it looks like how the house was left. It looks like it was left in a situation where she was pulled away from her sleep.
Oh no, really?
Yes. So there are no suspects yet. What's so sad is that she went missing on January 31st, and I guess that following Sunday they realized something was wrong because she didn't show up for church.
Oh.
So they did a welfare check on her and found that she was missing.
Oh,
so there's no word yet on what has happened, if she did just happen to walk away.
Yeah.
But I just feel so sorry for Savannah not knowing where her 84-year-old mother is.
Yeah. And
it's so strange.
She has the advantage of being a personality, so maybe it shouldn't be this way, but maybe she'll get a little extra attention and they can help figure this out. I mean, it's sad that that's the world we live in, where you've got to kind of, in essence, be someone sometimes to get more help, because it should be for everybody. But, if it has a happy ending, at least for this one, that would be
That's
a good
what
thing.
I'm hoping for.
Yeah,
Hopefully we'll hear an update soon.
Absolutely. All right, that's going to do it for your Rock Report. Thank you, Lady Rock. Uplifting Way FM, this is The Wally Show. We're going to play a little game now. You have a chance to win a prize called Either, Neither, Both. A question will be asked, and you have to decide if it is a statement for either, neither, or both of the people being asked, okay? We'll give you an example here. So my question to Betty and Gavin, if you were playing right now, you would have to guess if the statement is true for one of them, neither of them, or both of them. Either, neither, both. Have you driven more than 95 miles per hour on the highway? So if I was playing this one, I know Gavin is a very by-the-rules driver, and I would say he is safety first, so he would not. And then I don't think Betty is... I don't know if Jubal will go that fast, her car. I know, he tries. So I would say that Betty is kind of... not a grandma driver, but she also is Betty's just in no hurry to get anywhere anytime. When she's there, she's like, hey, guys. So I would say neither have driven 95. So let's start with the obvious, Gavin.
I mean, if I even saw the number 9 on my speedometer, I'd turn myself in. So, no way.
Okay, Betty Lou?
Oh, yeah. I've been there. I've done it.
No, you have not.
Yeah.
Really?
It was an accidental thing. Like, I was just going along my merry little way, following traffic, and then I looked down and I'm like, oh, snap.
In Nashville, when you get going, like I get going home, I am traveling with the speed of traffic and still being passed. And I've looked down before and I've been doing 95.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how are you passing me?
Yeah. And Jubal, my little car, is
shaking.
like,
I
can't do this.
My car makes a noise at 80. When the wind is out of a certain direction, it whistles, and I have no idea why. And so that's always like a thing. If I pass that,
it's whistling,
I'm like, oh, I know I'm going fast. All right, so I would have missed that point. You got to get 2 out of 3 right. We'll play with you right now. If you'd like to play and be our contestant, 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. That's the studio line, and that's how you can be part of all the things that we have going on right now. Uplifting Way FM. This is The Wally Show. Amber, welcome to Either, Neither, Both, where if you know anything about the members of the show, it might help you win this game. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask each member of the show a question, and you'll have to say if that statement is true for either of them, neither of them, or both of them. So Betty Rock, let's start with your question for Gavin and myself.
All right. Have either, neither, both of you ever seen my name pop up on your phone and purposefully sent me to voicemail?
Purposefully?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let it ring and go to voicemail.
Okay, I've got my answer. Gavin, you got your answer? Okay, so what do you think? Either, neither, both, Amber?
Either.
Either. So one of us has, one of us has not.
Who do you think has ignored my phone call, Amber?
Wally.
What? Okay, now let me just say, I have never sent you to voicemail conscientiously. Sometimes I couldn't get to my phone, like I was busy,
Sure.
or if I'm driving and can't answer
You always have your phone on you.
No, but sometimes I can't. I've walked out of a movie theater before to take your phone call because you're that important to me. So I'm going to say that I have not done this intentionally. Gavin?
Yeah, I'd say that it's hard. You've trained me really well. I'm too scared to not pick up the phone. And yeah, I've missed a call. I would never just send you a voicemail. No.
Okay.
No. So no point there. Okay, here we go. Gavin, your question for Betty and myself.
Okay, have either, neither, or both of you completely run a 5K? No walking.
Okay,
in
completely
this thing.
run. No
Yes,
jogging,
all the way through.
run. Okay. Amber, what do you think? Either, neither, both?
Either. I was guessing maybe Gavin, but...
Okay, but it has to be between me and Betty.
Not you or Betty, no.
Not you or Betty, no.
So neither.
So neither. Well, I can tell you, I've done a couple 5Ks, run none of them. I walked them, I pushed a stroller.
You would never run them, though.
I did a half marathon, and I couldn't run it, so I have not. Betty Lou?
I literally paid to be in a 5K and took the swag bag and left. That's all I wanted.
Okay, well, you got that one right. Neither of us were contestants running 5Ks. Here you go. Final question. Gavin and Betty, have either, neither, both of you tried to be vegan for any length of time? Because I know we've all had our moments where we've tried to be healthy. So what do you think? Has one of them tried to be vegan, or neither of them, or both of them?
That's hard. I'll say either.
Either. So one of them has. Who do you think, if you were guessing?
I'm going to guess Betty might have.
I think that's a safe guess, because remember when she lived with her friend Knick Knack? You did try to go vegan, didn't you?
Yes.
For like a day?
Not even that. Maybe like an hour. And then I was like, Chick-fil-A. Does that count? Yeah.
Yeah, that does count. Okay, so Betty Rock did not go vegan. Gavin, have you ever tried to go vegan?
I could never deny a steak, a pork chop, any of those things. I just could not get there. No.
Well, the good news is, Amber, only one of them tried to go vegan. That's what you said, and you're a winner today.
I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm doing it really, really well.
Uplifting Way FM, this is The Wally Show. I claim to be an amateur first responder. No skills, but I'm definitely willing to help in case of an emergency. And Betty Rock likes to test my amateur first responder abilities by giving me a real-life scenario that happened and see how I might do it differently.
Recently, a snowstorm hit Cincinnati, and there was a 3-year-old little boy who was in medical need. His parents called an ambulance to come to their house. They pick him up, but the roads are now covered in snow and
that's
ice.
Scary if you're a parent.
Right, and it's supposed to only take them 15 minutes to get there, but with the roads being like they are, it's going to take forever. But that's where a snowplowman stepped in. He was called in. He said, I'll be there. And he got in front of the ambulance and pushed all the snow to the side so that the ambulance could get there to the hospital safely so this little boy could make it.
Now, I love that. This man is a hero. On the surface, I know you're thinking, I got you, Wally. There's nothing you could do better than what this snowplow operator did. And this is where I would say that's because you're not a bona fide, certified amateur first responder.
I don't carry the badge like you do.
You do not. And so what I would have done is I would have let this little kid drive the snowplow with me.
While he is in medical trauma.
I would not put him in the ambulance. Yeah, I would put him in the front seat of the snowplow with me and let him drive. Some of my best memories as a kid were learning how to drive a truck with my dad before I even knew how to drive or could even reach the pedals. He used to let me steer and stuff. So think about it this way. Here's a kid that gets to drive a snowplow, and that's a great moment in and of itself. You don't get to do that every day, and it takes his mind off of being sick. Because now he's not even worried about, am I bleeding or am I coughing or whatever. He's like, I got to keep this thing on the road or else we're all going to die.
So wait a minute. You would let a little boy who is in medical trauma, who might be bleeding actively or coughing.
Correct.
And maybe fainting.
Yep.
You let him get behind the wheel of a plowed truck and get him his own self to the hospital.
Distraction is a powerful force.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be there. It's not like I'm just letting him do this and I leave. I'm in the cab with him as the professional, as the adult in the situation. But I think that would have been a better way to handle it. You made some memories and you kept his mind off of his trouble. That's an amateur first responder move right there.
Well, that's the end, but it doesn't have to be. Check out our Aftercast. It's new stuff you didn't hear in the podcast. Be sure to rate us on iTunes as well as connect with us on social media. Just search Wally Show. And if you'd like to join our Facebook group made exclusively for you potties, the link is in the description of this podcast. Thanks to Colorado Christian University Online for supporting what we do.